What's up YouTube, it's Andrew Cuts here. So before I jump into this tutorial, I want to announce the winners for the 5,000 subscriber giveaway. Real quick, I just want to say, thank you to everybody who participated in the giveaway. I tried to respond to as many of you as possible, just to thank you for participating and thank you for your support. I couldn't get back to everybody. I did receive a lot of DMs for people entering the giveaway. So if I didn't get back to you, I apologize. I want to personally say thank you for your support, for entering the giveaway, for being one of my first 5,000 subscribers. It means so much to me. If you don't win this giveaway this time around, I promise I'm going to be doing a lot more down the line. The next one I'm eyeing up is the 15,000 subscriber mark. I'm looking to do a clipper giveaway once I hit that point. So if you're not subscribed, hit that subscribe button, share my videos, get the word out, and the more my channel grows, the more I'm going to give back to you guys. So real quick, I'll announce the winners to the 5,000 subscriber giveaway. The winner of the Andis Cool Care is going to be Offload92, I think that's how you say it. I'll put his Instagram handle somewhere around here. And the winner for the cape is going to be JC Santos. I'll put his handle as well. If you guys didn't respond to my DM already, hit me back on Instagram, let me know that you saw my message, and I'll get you guys those prizes as soon as possible. But other than that, guys, let's jump into this tutorial.
So you guys saw the title. This is going to be a high fade tutorial. I'm trying to really make these videos user friendly, so I'm only going to be using the 1 guard and the 2 guard in this video. I know a lot of you guys don't have a half guard or a 1.5, so we're going to leave them out in this video. But as you can see, to start things off, I have my clipper with the lever all the way closed. I have no guard on, and I'm making my bald guideline. Typically I make it all the way around my head, but for the sake of the video, I'm going to do one side and then do the other. So I'm clearing everything out below that line, getting it down almost to the skin. Your clipper's only going to get so close, so in a second I'm going to come in with my outliner and just bring it a little bit closer. So as you can see here, I have my outliner now, and I'm just going to go over the same spot I just went over with my clipper. You want to notice as I get closer to that line, I'm just flicking out the slightest bit, just so that I'm not creating myself any harsh guidelines. By going in with the outliner, we're also prepping the hair for when we go in with our foil shaver. Just bringing it down a little bit closer to the skin so that the foil shaver will glide a little bit easier. Obviously, if you don't have an outliner or a foil shaver, you can skip this step and the next step. So now I'm going to go with my foil shaver. This is the Andis shaver. You want to notice I'm not going all the way up to the line. I'm stopping just a little bit below it, and I'm still using that flick out motion the higher I get up. Once again, that way we're flicking out just so that we don't create ourselves another harsh guideline. When you're giving yourself a high fade and you have a foil shaver, you want to make sure you're just passing over this skin a good amount of times just to make sure that everything's completely down to the skin. You want to get rid of all that stubble and just make sure it has that nice smooth feel. So now I'm going to go with my 2 closed, and I'm just pretty much going to go straight up. By going straight up, we're going to blend into the top, and we're also going to remove some bulk. That way we can start fading up from that point. So now we're going to fade up, starting with our no guard open. As you can see, I'm going up about 1 inch. So now we're going to go ahead and start removing this bottom line. As you can see, I have my lever all the way closed, and I'm just flicking this line up about 1/4 inch. Now we're going to move our lever to about halfway, and we're going to flick that line up another 1/4 inch. You want to notice I'm kind of going in circular motions. That way we're just hitting every hair from multiple angles. And now we're doing the same thing this time with our lever 3/4 of the way open, just knocking that line up the rest of the way about another 1/4 inch up. So now what I like to do is go in and do some detail work, just to remove any dark areas or lines that are left from that bottom line. So I have my lever all the way closed and I'm just using the corner, and pretty much any dark areas I see, I'm just going in and hitting with that corner. So now we're going to continue fading up. We have our one guard on here with the lever all the way open, and we're going up about another inch. You want to notice, since this is a high fade, I'm kind of going into that ridge of my head area. So to give myself that boxy look, I'm going pretty much straight up. I'm not digging into my skin. If you dig in, you're going to end up kind of giving more of a round look. So it kind of depends on what you want, but I prefer the boxier look. But now I have my one guard on still, I have the lever closed, and I'm just working out the line that we just created for ourselves. So as you can see, that line is still subtly there. So what I like to do at this point is usually come in with my half guard, but since I'm not using a half guard in this video, I'm going to come in with my no guard open, and I'm just going to use the corners to break up that line. It's very important when you're doing this. You want to just make sure you have a light hand. If you do have a half guard, by all means you can use it at that point, but I still recommend using just the corners. So now a lot of times this bottom line is going to be the hardest line to work out. So what I like to do at this point is just go in with my corners on my outliners, and I just like to break up any of that bottom line that's left over. So now I'm going to line myself up. I pretty much just like to keep things as natural as possible, but still make them sharp. So if you're lining yourself up and you're a beginner at it, I definitely recommend just keeping things natural. Don't take off too much at any given time. So now what I like to do to kind of bring this fade all together is I go with my foil shaver going downward, just to break up any bit of that bottom line that's left over. So here I'm just using a little bit of hair fibers. I don't traditionally like to use them, but I had a company, they sent me some fibers to try out, so I wanted to use them in this video just to get a little more accustomed to them. And I'm planning on making a longer video where I go into what the fibers are good for and how you can use them, but I thought I'd just throw them in here. It definitely helps the fade pop a little bit more with that lineup. But here I'm just coming in with my straight razor now, sharpening things up a little bit. As you can see, there's some fibers left over on my forehead. I'm just going to go in with my outliners in a bit and remove all that. So now I'm going in, just sharpening up my beard a little bit. Once again, I like to keep things pretty natural. Just stretching that skin and working that straight razor. So now this side is pretty much done. I'm just going in with my foil shaver again, just lightly tapping at the bottom of that fade, making sure everything's all blended nicely. And here you can kind of see a comparison of the one side that's done and the other side that's not done. So now I'm going to begin fading this other side. I'm really just going to let you guys watch. I'm not going to talk at all, and I'll let you guys follow along with these steps. So now that I'm pretty much through the steps on this right side, I'm going to start going back and doing some detail work in a little bit. I just want to point out this right side was giving me a lot of problems during this particular haircut, and that'll happen sometimes. You know, I recommend getting through the basic steps and then going back at the end and really detailing everything. So that's what I'm doing here. One thing you want to notice when you're doing detail work, you always want to start with the higher guard and work your way down. So if you see an area where you think, let's say the no guard open would take it out, start with the one open, see if that does the trick, and then work your way down to the one closed, and then, you know, just keep working your way down from there. You don't want to start with a shorter guard or a shorter lever, just because if you take off too much hair to begin with, you know, there's no going back. So you always want to start with something longer, something higher, and then work your way down. So as you can see, I'm doing that exact thing right there, mostly using my corners and just trying to get everything blended out as possible. So here I'm just adding some fibers into my beard. I do have a couple light spots, especially around like my lip. It doesn't necessarily completely connect the way I would like it to. So these fibers can really come in handy for filling in spots like that. Like I said, I'm going to be making another video coming up on you know, what the fibers are really good for and how you can use them in the most effective way. So be on the lookout for that. But here, just sharpening up the beard, trying to get everything to blend nicely into the fade. So here I'm using Slick Gorilla. I actually really like this product. They did send me that, so thank you, Slick Gorilla, for hooking me up with that. This is the powder, and I really like using it because it gives it that texture look, and you really don't have to use a lot at all. It gives it that dry textured look, which I really like. So now, once again, I'm going in with my full shaver, just tapping at that bottom line, making sure everything's blended out. And now we're just doing a little bit more detail work. Like I said, this side was really a pain. It really took a lot of detail work to get it to a point where I was happy with it for the most part, which will happen sometimes. Sometimes you do have to go back and detail a little bit more than other times, but you just want to take your time and don't get frustrated if you're having a hard time getting a line out. Sometimes it's good if you're cutting your own hair, you know, step away for a little bit and then come back to things. Another good trick is if you're having a hard time seeing a line or, you know, a dark spot, take your eyes away from the fade for just like a couple seconds, you know, focus on something else and then go back into it. That can sometimes help. Here we go, guys. This is pretty much the final result here. I was pretty happy with, you know, how things turned out. This is a high fade. Not really a haircut I get myself too often, but I like the look because it's pretty high and tight, obviously, and it lasts a good amount of time. So let me know what you guys think down in the comments. I hope you guys were able to learn something. Obviously, you know, let me know what other videos you guys want to see. I want to keep putting out content that you guys want to see. I know this was a video that a lot of people had asked for, so once again, I hope it was helpful. I want to thank you guys again for, you know, everybody who participated in the giveaway. Like I said before, I'm going to be doing a lot of other giveaways in the future. Oh, and real quick, I did add a little bit of a design here. I got a lot of hate on my previous video where I threw a line in. A lot of people didn't like that, but I like to throw some kind of design in just to kind of mix things up a little bit. But here you go, guys. This is the final cut here. Thank you guys so much for watching. I think we're at 6,000 subscribers right now, and I'm looking to keep, you know, running numbers up. So if you're not subscribed already, definitely hit that subscribe button. Follow me on Instagram, and I'll catch you guys in the next video.